We are back again. The organizational framework for medical engineering in hospitals has undergone a major transformation over the past decades. It began as a mere medical equipment maintenance department focused on periodic repairs and ensuring the readiness of clinical equipment. With the increasing reliance on technology and in healthcare, this role has evolved into a clinical engineering department with broader responsibilities, including overseeing maintenance contracts, ensuring quality of service, meeting safety requirements, monitoring medical device recalls, and supporting decision-making in device procurement based on efficiency and cost criteria. Let's welcome everyone, Hassan Ali Akbar, medical equipment specialist and content creator, Ahmadi Health District, and Hussein Al-Saigh, consultant in technology and sanitary engineering. To both of you, I say good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning to you, and thank you for having us. It's a pleasure being here.
You are most welcome. Let me start with you, Mr.
Yes.
So, biomedical engineering, we talk about the role of this, especially in the healthcare, and to be a professional yourself. Tell us about the importance and the role.
In the health sector, usually the front line in taking care of the patient health care is basically the front line are the doctors and nurses. But behind the scenes, there is biomedical engineers who ensure that the technology provided in the hands of the doctors are actually efficient, effective, and supports the diagnostics of the doctor and ensures the journey of the cure that the patient undergoes are supported with the devices needed to ensure that the patient receives the maximum health care. So the biomedical engineering in Kuwait, historically, as a country, if I talk about Kuwait as a country, we in Kuwait and the Middle East are considered to be a net importer of technology. So throughout history, maybe during the 80s or at the beginning of the health sector in Kuwait, we invested in medical equipments.
Yes.
That created a gap in ensuring these investments are maximized in terms of returns. The gap basically are to maintain these equipments. And that's where the role of biomedical engineering came in place. So at the beginning, our role was to make sure that each device in the hospital are maintained so the return on investment is effective.
So I think that Kuwait is always a pioneer in terms of in the health sector, especially in the GCC countries. And we are still, I think, in a good position in terms of adapting technologies. Now let's talk about clinical engineering and that in hospitals and the healthcare.
Yes. Clinical engineering basically is a natural progression and evolution of the biomedical engineering discipline. What happens is, at the beginning, our job was mainly to maintain the devices. So each biomedical engineer was responsible of certain equipments in the hospital, like the dialysis machine, like the ECG, for example, all these. Then, with time, as the health sector becomes more technological based and technological driven, that role evolved with time to something called clinical engineering. Clinical engineering is a subdivision of the biomedical engineering umbrella. This role basically oversees the entire hospital technology, makes sure the contracts are in place effectively, and works very closely with the doctors to make sure that the usability of these devices are maximized within the health sector. So if you want to simplify it, the role of biomedical at the beginning was very much focused on the device itself. Now is having a bird's eye view over the entire hospital and how the machines in the hospital are operated and maintained in a better way.
Yes, being my friend Mr. Hassan, that I know you, that you worked in the private sector and now you are working in the government sector or the public sector. I think these are the Kuwaitis that we need, especially in terms of technology and how they use it. Now I'll move on to Mr. Hussein Al-Saigh. I will start with this question. What are the responsibilities of the health technology and management team supporting sustainability within the healthcare?
Okay, thank you, Saad. On top of what Hassan was explaining to us nicely here, so historically it evolved from being a biomedical engineering team responsible for maintenance almost, and then it has evolved into a clinical engineering team where it overlooks the whole process of making sure the quality of procedures and services is maintained and the safety of the patients, of course. Then later on, the reliance on technology within the healthcare sector has grown tremendously. Almost 20 to 30% of all procedures are now based in technology. Plus the evolution and the development of information technology into every technology itself has actually helped to evolve also the biomedical engineering. Historically, biomeds used to learn a lot about electronics, on how to use a multimeter, how to check the boards, and how to troubleshoot such electronic technology. On top of this, today, every biomed has to learn a bit about networking, because most of the equipment, or let's say many of the equipment today, are actually integrated together and integrated with electronic services using the computer network. So for example, once the patient is scheduled for an MRI scan today, there will be the patient demographics or the patient information will be registered at the reception by a receptionist on what we call an electronic medical record. And that information is passed to the MRI machine. Same wise, with almost all the equipment, they are integrated to receive the patient information, and later on, all the clinical data that is produced by the machine is sent back to the electronic medical record as well.
This is a very dangerous process. It can be risky. How to make sure that, I'm not here to make it look bad, because it's actually a brilliant idea to have it all in the computer, and you can just use the AI or whatever.
You're absolutely right, Saad. Life is about taking risk, right? And the risk that risk in healthcare is supposed to, or let's say the benefits has to outweigh the risk in that case, and this is risk management. And this is exactly what a biomed or a health technology manager would do in a hospital. They will help and support the clinical decision makers to really study the risks versus the benefits, and this is what we do on a daily basis in our job. So on top of what I was explaining, so eventually the introduction of IT into medical equipment has led to the evolution from clinical engineering to health technology management, plus the huge cost and the tremendous cost of technology, has also push the biomeds to also, have some training in commerce as well, to make sure that the cost is effective and the return of investment, like what Hassan was saying, is really attained. Do you know how much the cost of medical equipment within any healthcare project? It costs around 20 to 30% of a health for a health facility in general. So we're talking about millions of dinars are spent per project, on top of the maintenance cost and the training cost and the medical supplies cost.
So how does the health technology management contribute to achieving information integration?
Yes, again, our role starts with an idea. So if one doctor comes up with an idea to do some kind of a procedure, that normally depends on some technology. So we start by then to help that clinician to select the device and the technology required. So when we do this, for example, when a doctor tries to buy or asks to buy a new MRI, so we make sure that the new MRI that we are going to buy actually complies with what we call another technology called the Picture Archiving and Communication System, PACS. And because the technology is proprietary sometimes, it depends on the vendors, so we try to make sure that that MRI is compatible with the other, let's say, electronic services and plus the infrastructure. So this is one part of our role in helping the clinicians choose the device. And so on, during any, let's say, issues that happen. So very often we end up in a situation when an MRI machine is actually updated, just like our smartphones, they get updated once in a while. So that update impacts some technology that actually is responsible for the integration, for the communication with the other systems. So our role is also there, trying to help the clinicians also and the users of those devices to troubleshoot any issue in information exchange, and this is what we call integration.
Yes, it was. This is the question and the answer that you provide, and especially for the viewer, a lot of information to digest, but of course they are extremely important. Now, what is the role of health technology management and health technology assessment, and how to evaluate?
Right, that's by the way, that's a big topic to discuss. It can be discussed on two levels, on national level as well as on local level within the healthcare facility. Usually in the West, okay, and in many developed areas, as well as Kuwait recently, there is an entity called the Health Technology Assessment. It's a body, usually on national level, that discusses the importance of having some kind of procedure or technology or medication.
Yeah.
So it's about medical devices, procedures, or medications. Not every good technology or good medication or good procedure can have an impact on the public health. So usually in national health systems, we try to use the technology that makes a bigger impact on the health of the society, not only on individual level. Usually in private health care sector, because it's usually paid per service, it's not an issue. But on public health level, it is an issue. So we try to always make sure that it is cost effective. Now this is on national level. On local level, we usually have another smaller committees that does the same job to make sure that whatever device we are going to buy or technology we are going to buy is going to make an impact on the services that we are providing to the patients.
Yes, well said. This is the information. I think it's clear now. Now I will move on to Mr. Hassan, and we will talk about raising awareness and using the social media smartly. You use the social media smartly, and we will talk about Humor for Biomeds campaign.
Yes.
This is why did you start this?
Actually, we do have two campaigns. We have Humor for Biomed, which is led by Buhaidar, and I have my own account in Instagram. The whole objective is basically to bridge the gap between the biomedical discipline and the public. The public in Kuwait, there is no high level awareness of what is a biomedical engineering discipline. What does it do? What is the minor disciplines within it? Especially that the universities in Kuwait started educating this discipline. Now we have academic programs for biomedical engineering. So the whole idea of the account is basically to educate the public what is a biomedical engineering, to answer this questions of students who have concerns about where they want to work in the future, and basically is a part of the social responsibility that we're trying to do in the country.
I think that you are doing the best, and you are the prince of biomedical engineers. So now I think, because we just finished high school and a lot of youngsters, they are going to university. If they want to consider biomedical engineer, this is Hassan Ali Akbar, the account in Instagram. You can check and you can know, even if you are not into biomedical engineering, you can know about it. So Mr. Hussein, now we'll talk about Humor for Biomeds. This is a very catchy and very friendly. So tell me about the campaign.
Okay, throughout the last almost 20 years, we're a group of biomeds in Kuwait. We try to really help our society to grow and improve the realm of medical devices and technology within, again, a safe environment. I think we did not succeed very well. So it actually came to me one day when I started thinking about introducing our awareness, let's say, campaigns. I mean, combining that with humor, because we humans, we love to be in
smart.
So humor is probably a good tool. So that's why we started this account, trying to, again, address such topics, challenges with humor, by probably posting some comics, some cartoons that actually tackles the daily life of a biomed.
Who's the target for Humor for Biomeds? Are they biomeds, biomedical engineers?
Of course, the main target. Of course, the main target is everyone. However, we are actually addressing the decision makers in healthcare system, because unfortunately, till today, our career is not clear, our job responsibilities are not clear, and the evolution did not happen. That's normal, okay, but we're looking forward to improve the understanding of the safety part of medical devices and our role in this.
Inshallah. And there is something called a sudden success, which is not sudden actually. You work a lot and then one day you are famous and everyone is talking about you. I will move on to Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, now if you have a story, especially for biomedical engineering, a lot of, I told you about my niece, she's going to biomedical engineering.
Yes.
It appears so, because we don't know about biomedical engineering. We know about civil engineering, we know about electrical engineering or other things.
Correct.
So this is a new specialty, new major. So Did someone approach you to talk to you, Mr. Hassan? Tell me about this. I'm considering going to the biomedical
Oh
engineering.
yes, I have these questions on Instagram on daily basis. I have a lot of students, parents of students communicate with me. And I even went one step further. I communicated with the universities and I tried to give them seminars for students who haven't decided their majors yet.
Yeah.
I think biomedical is one of the majors in Kuwait that really people are unaware of, as you said. So the first step is to create awareness.
I know it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Create awareness about this major or about the importance of biomedical.
the importance of this major,
Yeah.
what value this major can add, not only to the hospitals but
Yeah.
to the country as a whole.
Yeah.
It's a very critical major that can actually evolve over time.
Yes.
For example, as you see, the new hospitals in the world are all AI robotic bases. So if we want to manage a hospital like this, biomedical has to be within the leadership
Of
chair,
course. Yeah.
where actually these decisions are made within committees, that biomedical is a crucial player
Yes.
in these committees.
Because I follow you on Instagram, I think that you used what Mr. Hussein said, the humor or the creative part, which is like it needs a lot of skills in terms of directing.
Yes.
Because I know that. We did some reports together, yes?
Yes.
We did it in Al Jahra Hospital.
Correct.
And I see how you make the people come to you to see, even if they are not interested in biomedical engineering.
Correct.
Because you are easy on the eye and you are friendly.
Thank you.
Everyone can see you and say, let me see what this dude has.
Thank
Do
you.
you think this is the secret, to be more friendly, to be creative and to create with a smile?
Yeah, I think to add a spin of fun is an element of it, and also what's I do consider that I have a creative energy, and that energy has to be somewhere executed. And Instagram is a platform for me where I can actually come up with these ideas and try to broadcast them to the people.
Yes,
And since I do that also on my job, it's also fun to do it for the public.
of course. Since it was a gift from God to you, Mr. Hussein, I will ask you this, and this is the last question. Do you think everyone should do, if they have a special major in Kuwait? Because we are going into a new Kuwait 2035. We need all of the majors, not only in the healthcare sector, everywhere. Do you think they should start a social media account and go like Hassan to be friendly and to tell about this?
Of course. You know that Kuwait, alhamdulillah, was gifted with the wealth that we had since the early 40s, and we are still evolving. We were a small community. Now we are a big state that has more than 4 million people and more than 10,000 beds in a hospital, okay? So we need to spread awareness. Technology is becoming a crucial part of our life and crucial part of our health as well. In near future, we'll start using wearables, watches, and so on to communicate with our doctors and to do the checkups. So again, we need to spread awareness, not only about technology, but also about the bad side of technology as well.
Of course, since it was, if you do it in a fun way, it will, of
Yes.
course, reach the goal. Mr. Hussein Saigh and Hassan Akbar, thank you so much. This is the technological episode of Good Morning Kuwait today, and I would like to thank you on behalf of KTV2. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
for having
Saad.
us.
Thank you.
Saad. Thank you.
That was Mr. Hassan Ali Akbar, medical equipment specialist and also content creator, and also Mr. Hussein Saigh, consultant in technology and sanitary engineering. With this, as we said, remarkably a very technological episode of Good Morning Kuwait. I hope we touch something or educate you in this matter. Until the next episode of Good Morning Kuwait, goodbye and stay safe.